What's up, guys? Brett Okamoto joined today by UFC champion Kayla Harrison, who is joining me here on a Monday. Mondays are for work meetings. People are going into the office like, oh, I got to go to this meeting. You were just in a work meeting not all that long ago, but I imagine it was a little bit different, the feeling going into a work meeting with President Donald Trump at the White House. Am I getting this right? Because you posted photos on
Yeah.
Instagram and it looked like you were there. When Dana White gets on his private jet and says, "We got the deal done," it looks like Kayla Harrison was in the room when the deal got done. Is that
No,
correct?
no,
Is that what
no,
happened
no,
at the White
no,
House?
no, no, I wasn't I wasn't like pivotal in this happening or anything. I think that I honestly have no idea what I was doing. When the president says you can come to the White House, you say yes, of course. Yeah, I can't believe my life sometimes. I don't even know. I really don't even know what I was doing there. I think the president um obviously he was at my fight.
Mhm.
I met his daughter at some other events. I became very friendly with her. I'm currently the only American champion right now in the UFC, so I think that might also play into it a little bit. And so, yeah, he invited me to the White House. Dana was going to meet about the UFC fights. So I got to see all of that and how it's going to be. And then the president took us on a tour and we had a lovely dinner and yeah, it was great. Pretty very crazy though. Like, yeah, my life is very surreal sometimes.
Absolutely. I mean, just casually having dinner at the White House on a Friday with the President of the United States. Um, when did you know? Like when did the invitation come? They're like, hey, we
Um,
would like you to come to the White House.
I think that night they were like, they really at the night of my fight, they were like,
Mhm.
we got to have you come to the White House. And then I know that Ali was also like working closely with them, and Dana was working with them and the UFC, and so they figured out a time for us to meet, and yeah, crazy.
Did you know that when you went that it was going to be with Dana as he pitched this UFC card, or were you kind of thinking like, oh, it'll just be like, because you've been to the White House before, this wasn't
Yeah,
completely new to you, but did you
yeah.
know that you were going to come along on this like maybe company business as well?
No. No, I did not. No, I did not know that. I just kind of assumed like it was gonna be a bunch of UFC people, like maybe other fighters. I envisioned it being like the Team USA, like because in 2012 I got to go to the White House and got to meet the Obama, and in 2016 I also got to go to the White House
Mhm.
and it was still Obama. No. Yeah. Uh-huh. And then, but I also met Biden and he took me on a tour actually at that event. But there was a ton of us. There was a ton of athletes. So I kind of thought we were gonna have like a UFC takeover a little bit, but then no, it was like me, Dana, Trump, and my judo coach, Big Jim.
Which was awesome. Um,
He was great, by the way. He totally, because I was very uncomfortable, like not uncomfortable, but nervous and just like out of my element. Like I had to go get a fancy suit. Ali was like very adamant on that. And I was like, Ali, I'm not really a suit girl. Like, and he got me a very nice suit. My son came down to Miami with me to go to Tom Ford. He's like playing Legos on the fancy couch at Tom Ford. I was like, what are we doing? Like, where are we? This is, anyways, long story long. You look at the pictures and I feel like I look like I'm Secret Service. I'm like, what's happening? But Big Jim, in true Big Jim fashion, just saying what he thinks all the time. He pulls out his grandkids' school pictures, and he's like, Mr. President, do you think you could sign these for my grandkids? And I was just like, all right, well, we're in the Oval Office. Big Jim's FaceTiming his family,
like he's been there a million times.
like
Huh?
he's been there a million times. It was worth it just for that. Like just to see how happy he was like, yeah. But obviously also a huge honor for me and um yeah. It was so cool.
All right, so you're sitting there, and the canvases come out with the photo ideas of what this is all going to look like. And now I'll just turn the floor over to you. Tell us exactly what this is going to look like.
Yeah,
The
okay.
UFC on
Sure,
the
no
White
problem.
House.
It's like, dude, I already got canceled for going to the White House. Now you want me to get fired and canceled? Like, it's
Nah. No, I know.
gonna be
And
epic. It's gonna be epic.
when we get the details, it probably will be Dana White holding his phone and talking to us live on Instagram because that's how he does things these days. But
Uh-huh.
what can you tell us? Like when you got there, like how long did like what I mean, the way Dana made it sound is like it was a pitch and they got the deal done. And then you see photos of like you guys sitting there and there's like this mock-up, right? It's like so how much can you tell us? Like what can you peel back
I
the curtain
mean,
a
I
little bit?
think what I can tell you is that like they already have everything. Like they're already they've already got it figured out. They have a plan. It's gonna be badass. Like it's gonna be sick. And you better believe I was vying to be on that card. Like I was like, the Mr. President wants me on the card, so I can be on the card. Like we can't not be on the card. But I did, yeah, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. And I actually have epic plans for myself as well. So
Epic plans for yourself, like just in general, or for this card in particular?
yeah, so I just have a plan. I think that is gonna be dope for me. Yeah.
I don't see why not. I mean, it seems to be lining up pretty dope. So you know what? I want to come back to the White House, but let's pivot to you real quick. So what does that dope plan look like? I mean, obviously we're waiting to find out when you're going to fight Amanda
Yeah.
Nunes.
So I think um we're gonna find out real soon when that fight's gonna be.
Mhm.
And then after I whoop up on Amanda, then I'm gonna fight hopefully someone in particular at the White House. And I think it's gonna really play out nicely. It's gonna be sick.
Who are you going to fight at the White House?
Well, I can't say it yet because some things it's not all in my control. So some things have to happen in order for this plan to happen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's how the sport always is. You got to have the right dominoes fall into place.
You gotta be right time, right place,
I mean, I
right.
can't think, honestly, Kayla, I can't think of who to be. Um,
Well, just give it time. Let it simmer.
no, that's not how your career works. We always talk about things that are happening well in the future. You know this. This is what's happened since you've come over.
Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm gonna fight Amanda soon. And like we've
Yes.
been talking about this for how long have we been talking about this, Brett? Like
10 years?
I've been in MMA for 8, but okay.
I think 10. I feel like we started talking about it before you even came over.
Oh,
Um,
probably.
so I look at Amanda as potentially two fights. Do you not? One fight? You think it's going to be questions answered, moving on?
No, I think that I would totally welcome that. But I think that I mean, I don't think that she's gonna want to fight me again, but I would be fine with that.
Hmm. Since it's all real now, like you just mentioned, we've been talking about this for at least 8 years, maybe 10, but um, now it's real. Like now it's going to happen. I know you've been thinking about it for a long time, but like, has it changed? Like the way you think about it, like just the kind of
Yeah.
like intensity of it, like what's changed
Yeah.
in the way you think about it?
Yeah. I mean, I think that the intensity has changed for sure. Um, the fact that we're like right on the doorstep is, yeah, like I'm just like ready. And I feel very much in my, I don't know if it's like a peak or like my element or what, like the snowball effect has started where I've had success and it's just like all the pieces like we've talked about are falling into place and like I'm the best fighter in the world and this is my time. She was the best fighter in the world, but now is my time and I'm gonna go prove that to the world.
What are you hearing? Like Dean Thomas was like on Unfiltered not too long ago, and he's like, "We're in the lab, we're cooking, like we're eager to fight." I mean, are you hearing anything? Are you hearing that she's getting going down there?
I'm sure she is. I mean, if she came out of retirement, like there's no reason to hold off and wait. There's
Yeah.
no like her window is not uh she's as good as she's going to be probably at 37, and time is not on her side. So I think that she should want to have this fight sooner rather than later.
Hmm.
So that works out for well for me because that helps me keep moving along. I definitely don't want to hold up the division. That's not what I'm trying to. I'm not trying to be an inactive champion.
Yeah. What kind of like level of ferocity are you expecting out of the first round? Like she's kind of known for that, you know? And but now you guys are familiar with one another. You guys know each other. You like so will that make her hold back a little bit or like because she's been off? I mean, what are you kind of expecting out of her like when the fight starts? What kind of style? What kind of like for a
I
level of
mean, I
ferocity?
expect her to be more patient. She's a well-rounded, high, like she's the greatest. She has a high fight IQ. I think that she knows that if she pushes the pace too early, she could, um, you know, that puts the fear of maybe gassing into her mind because I'm not gonna gas. And I think that she knows if she like comes right at me, like I'm just gonna take her down and
Mhm.
wail on her. So I think she's gonna be more measured, more patient, and be smart. But we're gonna find out.
What's the dynamic between just American top teams feeling about this fight and her feeling about this fight? I'm sure you saw like she finally did like admit that like yes, I left the team because of this fight. I figured we were going to have this fight and they were training Kayla, so I wanted to create my own team. Like is that water? I don't think that there's a whole lot of drama there, at least that from what I can tell. But what are the sort of feelings between the team and Amanda at this point? Would you say?
You should ask the team owner.
No, yeah.
Okay, listen, it's not for me, it's not personal. It's just business.
Hmm.
Like I am a fighter and fighters fight. And I've always wanted to be the best in the world and fight the best in the world. And so that's what I get to go out there and do. Um, yeah, I think that, yeah, this is going to be a big win for Team ATT. I'm looking forward to putting a smile on their faces.
One of the things I've been curious on this is, do you feel like whose idea was it? Was it Dana throwing it to Trump, or was Trump saying like, "Hey, we should do this"? Did you get a sense of like, was this a
No,
pitch from the UFC, or this was like the president saying this would be awesome if we have a fight here?
I think I think it was the president. Like
Really?
I don't know for sure,
Hmm.
but I get the sense from Dana that like all of this stuff stress is like very stressful. Like him, like Trump coming to the fights and like just like the security like
Hmm.
is scary. And so like I think that this is probably really stressful for Dana.
Yeah, but I mean the
That's
payout is
like we're
great,
doing
obviously.
it.
And I mean he's never been too worried about taking on stress and taking on like
No,
hard
no. I
things.
mean,
So
yeah, he rises to the yeah, he's a badass in and of himself. But like, yeah, I think that he's probably just like, yes, Mr. President. And like, okay. He was very nice too. Yeah, I've never really spent any time with him and um, only on like the weigh-in ceremonial weigh-in stage. Like that's really the only time I've spent with him. So it was nice to get to talk to him and get to know him better and yeah, it was good. It was a great experience.
how impossible is it going to be to land a ticket to this thing?
Impossible.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
did you get any sense of the crowd? Like how many people are actually a live event? Yeah.
it's gonna be a live event.
So ballpark figure, what we're used to. I mean, we're used to like what, 16,000 in T-Mobile, 17,000, 18,000,
Yeah, probably 20,000.
20,000 spectators from this thing.
I would say so.
Wow. That's bigger than I would have thought.
I think. I mean, I could be totally off here. I don't know.
I don't know. You were in the room, so.
I don't know.
Mhm. Okay. Last question.
Okay.
Um, who would you put on the card? I mean, we're doing this fun stuff at
Oh,
ESPN and like, the blogs are doing this. Like, who would you put on if we're going America 250th birthday,
I
who would
know.
you how would you build a card? Like what names come to your head?
This is tough. This is a really hard job. I am not paid well enough to make these calls. I mean, I think you have to have me. I'm a two-time
Naturally.
champion. I'm a
Naturally.
UFC
Only
champion.
American champion,
The
yes.
only
Yes.
current American champion. Um, I mean, you have to have as many title fights as possible on this card, I think. Like,
Mhm.
Normally they do two. I think you have to have three.
Hmm.
Uh, I think you try and bring back some OG goats as well. I think you mix it up. Like you don't just you definitely do like the it fights, like whatever fight that is like, oh shit, like we don't know who's going to win this title,
Hmm.
like that.
Yeah.
And I think you bring back like I mean, I got to think about it. Like you got to find someone who's willing to just like fight one more time. Like that everyone wishes could fight one more time. Who is that? Like who is that person? Like who would like it would like like make the fans' brains explode.
Yeah. I think there's an answer to that. And honestly, I'm not trying to like create headlines or anything. I want to know as a competitor, as someone like, do you think Conor?
I really don't. I couldn't tell you who I think should be on this card. I have no like as many badass Americans as you can get. That would be my
Mhm.
call
Well,
versus as many people that they can beat.
and I mean, obviously, you have the biggest star in the history of the sport. You have Conor McGregor. As somebody
Yeah.
who understands athleticism and understands athletes' careers and motivations and how hard it is to get through a camp, like, do you expect to see him at the White House? I mean, I think everybody would take him there if he can get there. But like, and I know this is a complete guess on your part, but
No, I don't expect him to be on the card.
you don't. Yeah.
I don't know him at like from Susie down the street. Like I don't know him at all, but I think he's done.
Yeah.
I think that like it's really hard to get out of bed when you're sleeping in silk pajamas.
Hmm.
And I don't blame him, by the way. Like I'm not like talking shit about the guy.
Of course not. Yeah.
I just think, yeah, I think that ship has sailed in my
Well,
mind.
is it going to be hard to focus on the day to day when you know that there's a chance that in like what, 6 months? No, 6 months, 9 months, 9 months, you could be walking out to the octagon on the White House lawn? Is it hard not to think about something like that?
No, I'm living in the here and now, baby.
Yeah.
Just one foot in front of the other, training, getting better every day, raising my babies, trying not to, yeah, just just being the best person that I can be. And if it's meant to be, it'll be, and I'll be ready when it does.
Yeah. When you got kids to raise, laundry to do, and practices to get to, you don't have to think about
You
9 months from
know,
now,
like
right?
when
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, when you're surviving
Yeah.
every day, you're not thriving, you're surviving as a mother. You just survive. You're not thinking about 9 months from now. You're just
Hmm.
like, all right, I just got to get through this week of
Hmm.
17 practices and 47 lessons and
Yep.
oh, this laundry and that and the dog has a vet appointment and oh my gosh, when was the last time Emery went to the bathroom? And like, yeah, like you just got to survive.
Well, I know it's 9 months away, but I have fun talking to you about it. When I saw that you were in the White House for it, it was just like I got to get Kayla on and
Oh,
have a
thank you.
conversation about the
I'm
Oval
sorry I
Office.
couldn't
So
give you more juicy details.
I figured you wouldn't, but I had to try anyway. So
I'm already
enjoy.
like I'm already on the chopping block with most of the world. So like if I lose my job, then me and my kids are really in trouble. So
Nah, I'll let you get back to your kids. Thank you so much for
thank
the
you.
time. And I'm looking forward to finding out when you're fighting Amanda Nunes. I know we talked a lot about the White House, but very much looking forward to when we're going to see that fight. So
Thank you, my friend.